In this video, I'm going to be giving you 8 tips on how you can be more confident on camera, even if you're an introvert. Hi, I'm Dr. Smith from privatepracticeninja.tv, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you video confidence tips. If you're new to the channel, don't miss a video, so click the subscribe button, ping the little alert bell, and YouTube will let you know when we posted another video. Everyone feels shy and awkward when they start out making video. My very first video, which is on my YouTube channel, I was on a boat. It was the Star Ferry going across the water in Hong Kong. What was I thinking? I look back at it now and it still makes me chuckle. It didn't bomb, but it was a little bit naff. Check it out if you want to be amused. I was so serious, and that's not me at all. But over the last 3 years of making video consistently and working with our clinical colleagues and clients, helping them make video, I've become so much better at it. I've still got a lot to learn, but I improve every time. And do you know what? You can do this too. Even if you consider yourself to be a big-time introvert, you can still learn to be confident and actually enjoy the process of making videos for your patients and potential referrers. It just takes a bit of practice. As vlogger Sunny Lenarduzzi says, there's nothing more uncomfortable than watching someone who's uncomfortable on camera. How can we learn to gain that confidence more quickly? Here are my 8 tips. Tip number 1 is speak to the camera as if you're speaking to one person and not to many. So a good way to do this is to actually think about who the video's for. Let's imagine that you're a physiotherapist and you like treating runners, and recently you saw a patient who had an Achilles problem and you thought, do you know what, I'm going to make a video to get across all the things that people are regularly doing wrong. So you could imagine that person in front of you and speak to that person, make it conversational, and it will go down a storm. Tip number 2 is you do need to look into the lens, but if you find that a bit intimidating, why not take a picture of a loved one, even the family pet, and put it next to the camera? And that way it feels more like you're having a chat with somebody you like. Tip number 3 is to remember to smile. You want to relax your face, breathe naturally, and don't do that weird thing that people do, which is when they look into the camera and they don't blink. You don't want to come across as a kind of serial murder type, yeah? We've all met people who just stare into the camera and read off the autocue. It looks unnatural. Now, the smiling part might feel a little bit weird, but if you actually smile as you're speaking, you're doing yourself a favour, because your brain's going to signal to release some of that kind of serotonin, dopamine stuff that's going to calm you down, even if your heart's going like the clappers. I often find that people start blinking a lot just as they're starting to talk. It's like they're warming up. So why not say the sentence first of all, then look at the camera and then say the sentence. Practice smiling, looking into the bathroom mirror. It might feel a bit strange, but you'll soon get comfortable looking into the lens. Tip number 4 is if you know you're an introvert, it's really important to manage your energy around the time of filming. So I'm an extreme extrovert, but I'm married to an extreme introvert. Extroverts get their energy from being around people, and as an introvert, you may be feeling that being around people is a bit draining. So before you go and film, have some downtime and don't put pressure on yourself to film at the end of a hectic clinic. Tip number 5 is to focus on what you want the outcome to be as a result of having watched the video. So what do you want the viewer to feel, know, understand, or do differently going forwards? That way, you'll know when you've said what you need to say and you won't ramble on for hours. Tip number 6 is to prepare and prepare and prepare, but don't overly script it. I see a lot of people asking me, Cass, should I be using an autocue? Should I read, from the screen on my Mac so I'm looking in the camera there? But it comes across as really stiff and weird. It's much better to simply write down a few bullet points and then speak about that. The reason it works that way is you have these conversations all the time in clinic, am I right? People ask you a question, you reply. You don't read it from a text. So write those points down and don't put pressure on yourself to do it as a one-take wonder. Tip number 7 is to record your video in little chunks. It's much better to say a piece, wait a bit, have a look at your notes, say another piece, and then quickly edit it together. So how do you make the edit easy? Well, it goes something like this. So you pause, you smile, you say what you're going to say, like I'm saying what I'm going to say now, and then you smile and pause a bit more. That's going to give you a couple of little bookends around that block of video you recorded. It makes it super easy to just make a nice cut, put those blocks together. Tip number 8 is to schedule it. The only way to stay not confident about making video is to not make video. So challenge yourself once a week to make some video. Whether you're just making it for yourself or sending it out on a little Instagram story that disappears after 24 hours, no one's going to remember. And my final tip is, remember, it's not for your peers, it's for your patients and your potential referrers. I'm Dr. Cass Spencer-Smith at Private Practice Ninja TV, and if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ping that little alert bell. We'll see you next time.